So take a look at that sign. I'm going to assume you're from the tribe of Judah, right? Read that in Job.
Job 8 and 8. For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age.
It says to inquire, meaning ask, Wyman, about your former age, about who you are and where you come from. Read.
And prepare thyself to the search of their fathers.
Do what?
Prepare thyself to the search of their fathers.
It says to prepare yourself to the search of your biblical forefather. You're supposed to know who you are and who you descend from. But you're being taught a damn lie in that Christian church. You're being taught lie after lie after lie every Sunday. Come show me in the Bible Sunday gatherings. Come show me in the Bible where it's okay to do Christmas. Come show me in the Bible where it's okay to celebrate Mother's Day. Y'all have been taught a lie, and that lie keeps our race on the bottom. Read on.
For we are but of yesterday.
So we got to look back at yesterday. Look back at what happened. How did your people get Christianity? It was in slavery. You learned to be a coon in slavery. Standing on a stage, banging on a tambourine, hitting the organ, taking people's money. You learned all this from your slave master. And in 2022, you doing the same thing. Read it again, Job 8 and 8.
For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to the search of their fathers.
You're supposed to know who you are and what happened to your people out of the Bible. Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. You're supposed to know who you are, but you people turn a blind eye to the truth. We're out here showing you as much love as possible, trying to shed some light on your reality, but you turn your backs to us. You won't want to come learn what the Bible actually says about you. You got nothing but hostility and anger toward the truth, because deep down you hate God's laws. Read.
Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
It says God's going to bring a people into slavery again. Read.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
The Bible says that we were going to slavery with ships. What people on the earth went into slavery on ships? Every single one of you inside of Acts full gospel. That's how your forefathers got brought to this country. Read the Bible again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee.
That happened to us just like the Bible said it would. Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondman and bondwoman.
So that's talking about a people going into slavery on ships and being sold to somebody else. Does that sound familiar? The Bible's talking about you so-called blacks and Hispanics. It's high time y'all wake up, man. Get that in Romans chapter 10. It's time for y'all people to wake up and realize who you are. It's high time for y'all to wake up and realize what's going on. How we doing, sir? Read.
Romans 10 and 1. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to God for Israel is that they might be saved.
Salvation is for the Israelites. Hey, brother on the bike, did you know that? Salvation is for Israelites. Read.
For I bear them record.
This is written about us in the Bible. This is what the Apostle Paul wrote down about you so-called black people. Read.
That they have the seal of God.
We have a zeal of God. We have an enthusiasm for God. We got a passion for God. Read.
But not according to knowledge.
But not what?
According to knowledge.
You so-called blacks and Hispanics have no knowledge of God. In the Christian church on a Sunday, worshiping the damn devil. Read it again.
For I bear them record that they have a seal of God, but not according to knowledge.
You have a zeal of God. You banging on a tambourine, playing music, but you have no knowledge of God. You have no idea why your people feel the ghettos. You got no solutions to get us out of the condition that we're in. You got no problem banging on an organ, but when it comes to actually reading the Bible, you got a problem with it. You got a problem with black men standing up and reading what's written. Read.
Malachi 2 and 7. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge.
Your priest, your pastor, that liar in there, should keep knowledge. Read.
And they should seek the law at his mouth.
You should seek the law at God's mouth. That's why we know you worship the white man. You might not have an image of Caesar Borgia on those walls, but you for damn sure following the same customs we was taught by the so-called white man. You for damn certain following the white man with that Sunday worship. You for damn certain following the white man with that Mother's Day garbage. You for damn sure following the white man by not keeping the Passover. You following after your slave master. Wake up. Romans 13 verse 11. You gotta wake up. You not teaching the people the right knowledge. You got a song and a dance every Sunday with no solutions. A church full of whoremongers. A church full of whores. Not teaching our people what's right. How many of y'all people in there actually married?
Romans 13 and 11. And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
It's high time for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to awake out of your sleep. Read.
For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Jesus Christ is on his way back to redeem the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We following the customs that keep us on the bottom. We don't know that salvation is for us. Read it again.
And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
It's time for you to wake up. You have to wake up and know who you are according to the Bible to keep God's commandments. It's high time for you to wake up. Read it again.
And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
It's high time for you to awake out of sleep. What's crazy is that you want to stand 50 feet away from us and record us, but you won't just come ask what it is that we're out here to do. All you seeing is so-called black men who look just like you, teaching out of the Bible. Read.
For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Our salvation is nigh. John 4:22. Our salvation is nigh. It's only a matter of time before them bombs start dropping. It's only a matter of time before these European nations turn on each other. It's only a matter of time before 2/3 of our people got to be put to death. That's the reality of the Bible that you shadow over in your religion. Read what you got.
John 4 and 22. Ye worship, ye know not what.
Read it again.
Ye worship, ye know not what.
You in there worshiping something that you can't even explain. You following a religion that you can't even dignify. You worshiping something and you don't even know what it is. That's why you're afraid, because you don't want to know the truth. You're afraid of what God really says about your people. Step up and learn something new. Read it again.
Ye worship, ye know not what.
You following something and you don't even know what it is. Read.
We know what we worship.
We actually know what we worship because we keep God's commandments. Read.
For salvation is of the Jews.
Salvation is what?
Of the Jews.
Salvation is of the so-called black race. God is waiting for you Israelites from the tribe of Judah to wake up and lead the rest of your nation. Get that in Zechariah, the 10th of Judah first. God is waiting for you Israelites to wake up and keep God's commandments so we can get out of hell. This is why we're at the bottom. But y'all love slavery, man. Y'all love the white man. Keep it real. Y'all love being in this condition. Y'all love to see our people being disrespected on a daily basis. Because if you didn't, you would actually want to change something about it. And it ain't happening inside those walls. Read.
Zechariah 12 and 7. The Lord also shall save the tents of Judah first.
It says that the tents of Judah have to be saved first. That's talking about you black people inside that church. That's talking about you Hispanics.
That the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah.
So we're supposed to be the ones in charge. We're the ones who're supposed to be calling the shots. But we following after the white man's doctrine, and we wonder why we're on the bottom. Deuteronomy 22:5. This is an example of something your pastor ain't teaching you. Your pastor's not teaching you the laws of God. The Israelites, which is your race, which is your bloodline, are not being taught God's knowledge. This is an example of God's knowledge. Read.
Deuteronomy 22:5. The woman shall not wear that. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
It says that women are not supposed to be wearing men's clothing. That's talking about your pants that these sisters got on inside of this Christian church. Read.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. So in case there's any brothers in there wearing dresses and your pastor ain't correcting it, that's how you know he's lying. Read it from the top.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Men are not supposed to be wearing women's clothing, and women not supposed to be wearing men's clothing. You so-called blacks and Hispanics, women wearing pants, that's called being a transvestite. When you got the clothes of the opposite gender. Ain't no transvestites getting into the kingdom of heaven. And your pastor ain't teaching you how to inherit the kingdom of heaven. He's keeping you on the bottom, spitting out lies. Yeah. He's spitting lies to your people. You have not been taught that eating pork is unclean. You haven't been taught that it's not okay to cross-dress. Yeah, you haven't even been taught it's not okay to kill. Because I guarantee you tonight, somebody out here is going to die. Because they was never taught how to love their own people. They was never taught how to serve the Lord. They was never taught how to follow after Christ. And this is what you get. Read.
Zephaniah 1:8. And this shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice.
That's talking about the return of Christ. In that day when Christ comes back, what's going to happen?
That I will punish the princes and the king's children.
God's going to punish us when he returns. For what reason?
And all such as are clothed with strange apparel.
So you Israelites inside of that church who are in strange apparel, when Christ returns, you're going to be punished for that. When Christ returns and your wife, your daughter, your sister, she has on pants, she's going to die for it. When Christ returns and you Israelite men have on dresses, you're going to die for it. Go back to Leviticus chapter 11. Another law y'all haven't been taught is what to eat and what not to eat. Give me verse 44. Y'all have not been taught what's okay to put inside of your body. You have not been taught the laws of God. God has a dietary law for his special people.
Leviticus 11:44. For I am the Lord your God. Ye shall therefore sanctify yourselves.
It's the same thing over and over and over. We are supposed to sanctify ourselves. We're supposed to separate ourselves. We're supposed to follow after the laws of God. That's what sanctifies you. Read.
And ye shall be holy, for I am holy. Neither shall ye defile yourselves with any manner of creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. 46. This is the law of the beast.
So God has a law of the animals that you can eat. Read.
And of the fowl, and of every living creature that moveth in the waters.
God has a law of the animals that we can eat. You're not being taught God's laws. Read.
And of every creature that creepeth upon the earth. Read. To make a difference.
To make a what?
A difference.
God has a difference, meaning he distinguishes what you can and what you can't eat. Read.
Between the unclean.
There are foods, there are animals that are unclean to the Israelite man and woman. Read it again.
To make a difference between the unclean and the clean.
God has a difference between what you can eat and what you cannot eat. Jump up to Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7.
Bring it out. And between the beast that may be eaten and the beast that may not be eaten.
My sister in the green dress, did you know that God has requirements for foods that can be eaten and foods that cannot be eaten? We're not being taught the laws of God. This is why we're out here to show the reality of the Bible to our people. Jump up to verse 7.
Verse 7, and the swine.
And the what?
And the swine.
Do you know what that is, sis? Do you know what the swine is? The swine is the pig, right? It says the swine is what?
Though he divided the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud.
So pigs, they don't chew cud, right? They got a cloven foot, but they don't chew cud. Read.
He is unclean to you.
What is the pig?
He is unclean to you.
What is the pig for the black man and the black woman?
He is unclean to you.
So if you're out here eating the pork sandwich, if you're on your way to get a McRib, if you're out here eating a pork shoulder, all these things that we defile our temple with, God says that they're unclean.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.